I've been roaming around, always looking down at all I see. Painted faces fill the places I can't reach. You know that I could do.
Hi, my name is Evan Applebaum, and today I will be doing a speech on why California's middle class is disappearing. The video I just showed you represents Skid Row, a neighborhood in Los Angeles where there's tons and tons and tons of homeless people. Now this video just represents a few, just a handful of people who live in poverty in California. Everyone that's not really from California thinks it is such a beautiful state, but they don't really realize how expensive it is and how terrible it can be. The middle class in California is disappearing, and it sucks today. Now you have to have like $100,000 or more to be considered middle class. The state of California needs to lower living costs to maintain middle class and a better life for all people in its state. The dissolving middle class problem shows the direction of the state, and I think California needs to implement some certain procedures in order to keep its middle class population going. Without the middle class, the rich will only get richer and the poor will only get poorer. There will only be billionaires and peasants left. The middle class in California, if the way things keep going, will work hard their entire life just to achieve nothing at the end because of the high cost of living in the state. It's definitely an extreme example, but it is possible. The first thing I'm going to be talking about is why the middle class is disappearing in California. The middle class income rates raised 28% over the last 40 years, while the top 20 earning income rates raised 95% in the last 40 years, according to the Congressional Budget Office. The middle class shrinks every single generation. For example, baby boomers were born 68% into middle class communities, while the millennials were only 60%, and if the rate keeps going this way, then there will be no middle class left. The cost of living in California is too high, and this is why the middle class seems to be disappearing. Businesses are leaving due to high taxes, creating higher taxes and less jobs for the people that stick around. So basically, when the business leaves, it makes less jobs, and that way, because there's no business paying high taxes, California needs to raise the taxes for the people that stay, which makes it higher and harder to live here. In 2018 and 2019, 765 commercial facilities left California to do business in other states or other countries. And between 2009 and 2016, 13,000 left. The cost of living in California is 50% higher than it is in any other state, or the national average, so the national mean. So it's 50% more expensive to live in California than it is nationally, according to data. The people moving out of California creates a higher cost of living for those who decide to stay in California and stay at their home. A lot of people are born here and they would love to stay here, but it's just too expensive nowadays. The homes in California are more expensive than anywhere else in the entire country. The median price for a home in California is $600,000, which is 2 times higher than the national average cost. 4 out of the 5 most expensive residence neighborhoods in the country are in California. In California, we make 12% of the population of the entire country, yet we make 25% of the homeless population in the entire country. There's lots of things that you can do, or the state can do, to make a better life for people that live here. And I'm going to tell you a few of those things now. One of the things the state could do is make more affordable housing, but there's a problem with that. Governor Newsom called for 3.5 million new homes by 2025. But at the current rate it's going, it would take 30 years to complete that, since in 2019 only 119,000 permits were given. This is much less than in 1986 when 315,000 building permits were given for homes, and California only had 1/3 of the population in 1986. California is the richest and most powerful state in the entire country, and more than some countries. Why is the government not completing things in California? As you saw in the video earlier, this is just a handful of people who live in poverty in the entire state. California, again, is really beautiful, but people don't realize how expensive it is, and I think the government really needs to work on that and change that, or else a lot of people are going to be leaving, and then California is just going to run out of gold, kind of like it did. A lot of people end up moving to California because they think it's the land of dreams and the land of like opportunity. But in reality, living here, unless you're a billionaire, California can only give you broken dreams. Thank you.